Hi guys, and welcome to Coffee with My Sunshine. Thanks for stopping in. Today's DIYs are going to be some more thrifted flips. And these two pumpkins are the ones I was talking about in my last thrift store makeover video. This little one I actually did in the last video. But these two big ones, I am going to be just kind of changing them up and doing something a little bit different. So these are actually from a garage sale. This lady had tons of craft things, so I had grabbed a couple of these pumpkins and I think they're really cool because I love the texture of them. But I am going to be painting this one a kind of a bright green color. So I just mixed a few different greens and white. After the first coat was on, I just went ahead and took some white chalk paint and lightly coated in spots just to give it a little bit of, color change and a little bit of, I guess, interest to it. And then I thought it would be fun to take these nails or these tacks and kind of give it a studded look. And in the end, you will see that this was not my favorite pumpkin, and I did end up changing it, but I was experimenting, so I thought I would leave it in here anyway and just show you some different things that you can do. And most of these were pretty easy to just push in because this is more like a paper mache type pumpkin, but some of them I had to use pliers and push them in. And then I decided to just take some gold beading, and they're normally for necklaces or whatever, and I just took a little bit of hot glue down the same lines that I put the studs or the tacks in, and just kind of poured them over the spot where the hot glue was and lined them up. And at first I thought it looked really cute. And like I said, I ended up not liking this pumpkin, and I think through this process I kind of learned what I like and don't like. And with this pumpkin, I think it was the color green that it was. I like more, I went back to some of the pictures and some of the stores that I liked the pumpkins and noticed the green pumpkins that I liked are more of an olive color, and this is more of like a blue-green. And I'm not, I guess, a huge fan of the blue greens. So if I do another green pumpkin, it will be like an olive tone. So after I did the beading, I just took some glue and spread it all over the stem and then added some glitter. And I thought that turned out really pretty because I like a little bit of sparkle. And for the second pumpkin, I just took some white chalk paint mixed with a little bit of like a beigey cream color. Because that's another thing I noticed with the pumpkins that I like at stores that I'm usually drawn to. They're more of an off-white color, not stark white. And I like the ones that have some like definition and texture to them. So that's why I like these pumpkins, and also that's why I added these darker lines in. I just mixed a couple browns and a white together to get this lighter brown. And I learned here too, the browns that I was mixing for some reason were coming out like a purple color when I would add white. So if you want a more, I don't know, like a natural brown, if you're trying to lighten it, add a little bit of yellow to the brown, and that will give you a more, like a more natural or olive brown instead of like a purple brown. All right, anyway, got off topic there. So anyway, I just went ahead and took this pumpkin outside after the paint had dried, and I'm dabbing a bigger paintbrush into 2 different colors, like this rose color or champagne color. And I had a little bit of water on the paintbrush, so I'm just kind of splattering the pumpkin just to give it a little bit of different colors going on in the pumpkin. And I'll show you the inspiration piece that kind of, I don't know, got me wanting to do it this way. So I will show you after that dries how I finished up the pumpkin with rope. And here I am just taking this wood shutter that my mother-in-law had gotten for me years ago, and I can't remember if she got it from a thrift store or I don't know if it was a craft show or what, but it used to be white and I painted it gray after a couple of years, and now I'm just adding this little basket for fall. I just think it's the cutest thing, and I wanted to leave the knobs on there. I'm just adding a little bit of greenery, and you can get these at Walmart. They're 97 cents. And I'm just kind of shoving them in the basket here. And here is the pumpkin that I got the paint splatter inspiration from. I think it's really pretty. And I just took a little bit of hot glue and glued it into place. And this glitter pumpkin was from the Dollar Tree, I think last year or the year before, but I think you can still get them this year. So I went ahead and played around with the placement just to get them to all fit. And I'll show you that one after I finish up this pumpkin. So I thought this needed a little bit of something else, so I added some of this nautical rope. And this will be perfect because then I can put it in our sunroom where I have more of a beachy nautical theme. So as you can see, it's really simple. I just added a little bit of hot glue into the little indents or crevices, and then just measured out the rope. And I didn't make it so that it was all the way at the bottom because I wanted it to sit flat. And then for the stem, I just took another different kind of rope and started hot gluing it around the stem. And I wanted the stem to look longer or taller than it originally was, so I just kept wrapping the rope even after the stem ran out and just kept hot gluing it to itself. And surprisingly, it stays pretty good. And then when I was happy with the height, I just hot glued it and cut it. And then from one of my other videos, I just took the leaf that I had taken off the pumpkin sign. I will link that above if you want to see that video. But I took that leaf and hot glued it to the top. And here's that pumpkin in my sunroom. I think it turned out beautifully. And here's the green pumpkin before I ended up taking it apart and repainting it. Here's the damage that I did trying to remove everything. And here's what I ended up doing to it. For now, I think I want to add some like embellishments and stuff, but for now I like how it looks on our coffee bar. And here is my shutter all finished. I think it looks really pretty. This is also in our sunroom. I love it against that sea salt color on the wall. And that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to tune in on Monday for my Using Trash to Create Treasure Challenge. I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye!